gosh.
And
hey guys, it's Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop, and you guys loved the Q&A from last week, so I have Emma today with me. She's my 10-year-old daughter who's a dancer, and she loves YouTube, so I thought, what the heck, let's do a Q&A with her. So we've got a couple of questions. What's our first question for Emma?
The first question is, who is more driven, you or your mom?
Probably me.
She's very driven. I don't know where she would have got that from. Okay, what's the next question?
Alright, the next question is, what is your favorite thing to do?
My favorite thing to do is probably dance, like always. I like being at the studio and being with my friends mostly, and I like going to conventions because I have a lot of friends from like Houston and Dallas that I know, and yes, so.
What's your favorite dance convention?
Streets. I like Streets a lot. That's my favorite one.
We'll be there this weekend.
Yes.
why is Streets your favorite?
Streets is my favorite because I know a lot of the teachers more than I know some of the other teachers, and I really like the community there, as like they do like the runner-up and like the winner things. I think that's like kind of like smart.
They're also like super positive, like super fun, like all their, like one of their teachers like dresses up as a chicken sometimes. And like just love all the teachers, like Justin and Seth, like she loves Seth, and Ty of course is amazing. So just fun, very positive.
Okay, IYC5678 asks, how old were you when you first started dancing?
Oh, I was like 6, I think. Yeah, I think I was in first grade, and I took a dance class at Dance Explosion.
You actually were 4 when you took classes there. You were 3 and 4, and she hated it. She can tell you different, but she hated it.
I hated it. Sorry if you're from
Not the
Dance
studio,
Explosion.
but like she just hated dance, and I was like, oh, you gotta like something. And then she like took a break when she was in kindergarten, and then in first grade.
And then I got invited to a birthday party.
Oh yeah, Balance. But it
Balance.
was like brand new.
So
And
I
she
went
liked
there,
that.
and then I started taking classes, and every week my nanny would take me there, and I would go, I don't want to go, and then at the end of class I'd be like, that was the best class ever. So
Yeah, I think it was like she's very outgoing, but very shy at first, and she can be like easily intimidated. So I think she just was like scared to go, even though her friends were there. But now she like loves it. Like I think she's there more than she is at home. Don't judge me. Don't put comments. I don't want to see them.
Andrea Aiken wants to know if you know who JoJo Siwa is, Emma.
yes, I know her. Actually, my brothers are obsessed with her too. It's really funny because they like the Boomerang song. I like her. I feel like she's very open to what she's doing. I feel like she does a lot of like TV commercials, and I feel like it's like good that she is hooked up with Nickelodeon and all those TV shows. That is like good for her. Like she also was on Dance Moms, but she quit.
And Emma's quite obsessed with Dance Moms.
Yes.
So
Yes, I know everything.
she's
about
watched
Dance
like
Moms.
every episode like 10 times.
That's very true.
Doug Lecco asked, what made you start dancing? And Madison Kay asked the same thing, and she also asked, who was your inspiration?
Oh, I don't know. When I started dancing, I really just wanted to find something that I was good at, that I really wanted to do. Like, my brothers, they like karate, and then Payne, I don't know what he likes, but I just wanted to find like something like my sport that I would do, so I wasn't always like bored and I had something to do. That's why I started dancing. My inspiration, I didn't really have an inspiration going into dance because I didn't know who anybody was, the dancers or anything. But now my inspiration is, I really like Autumn Miller. I think she's really, I like her a lot.
And she met her last week.
Yes, I'm a huge fan. But I also think a lot of people like Kaylani Hilliker. I feel like she's really good. Kendall Vertez. Some of the people on Dance Moms, I feel like they're really, really good, and they have like connections. Like I want to like be older and have like connections like all those other people do. Like they have like their own turn boards and all that kind of stuff, and I feel like that's like really cool. I want to like do that someday.
Awesome. If you could be on a dance TV show, which one would it be?
Dance moms.
Dance Moms. Why Dance Moms?
I don't know. I just really like it. I feel like Abby Miller is kind of crazy, but I kind of like her at the same time. I feel like the mini moms, I remember they get in fights a lot, and I feel like if I was there when those happened, I would be like so excited to see them fight when they're like grabbing each other's necks and stuff. I'll be like, oh my goodness! I feel like it would just kind of be fun to watch, but also kind of like not as fun to watch because like they're fighting. But I mean,
Raina Hugh asked, what is your favorite style of dance?
my favorite style of dance. Don't really have one. I don't like to have favorites, but I really like hip hop, and I really like. Last year I would do all contemporary, and this year I'm doing jazz, and I'm doing better with jazz than I have been. So I feel like jazz, like my improv and stuff in jazz, I really like doing that. But then I also really like improv too. I feel like that's just really fun to do.
Cool. What else do you enjoy other than dancing?
I used to swim. I really like to swim. I like going through like down the water slides and stuff. I usually go to YMCA. I really like that, doing that stuff. But yeah.
Pamela Scholes asked, hi Emma, what is your favorite quilt your mom has made?
Okay, this one has a long story behind it. So my mom, when I was younger, she made a quilt for me, and I think she made pillowcases with it, and it was my bedding for several years, and I really liked it, and then I changed it.
So she goes to Target with my aunt and uncle, and she has her money with her that her grandmother gave her, and she buys all new bedding.
And pillows.
And replaces it. She's not really into quilts.
Yeah, I feel like they're a little flat. I feel like I wanted something like bigger, like poofier and stuff.
She needs me to make her like a Shannon quilt.
Yes.
But she likes very like simple, like I like pink and like aqua, and
That's
she's
what
not,
I like.
she
Well, I
likes
also
it,
like
but not
black,
like so much in quilts. And I think it's just like a mom-daughter thing. Like when we go to conventions or dance, I always take like crochet or cross stitch or like English paper piecing, and like all her friends are like dancing and then watching me, and they're like so obsessed with it, and they're like, don't you think it's cool that your mom does that? And she's like, oh, whatever, she does it all the time. Like she's totally not interested in it at all because she sees it all the time. So I think she's just like grown up around it, so to her it's just something that's there, and she doesn't have the appreciation for it that she will one day.
Excuse me, I like it. What?
So what's your favorite quilt like in the house?
I have no clue. You like sold a bunch on eBay.
I did. I sold a bunch on eBay because I didn't have any room for it.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. Are any in display in the house?
not really. See, I don't really decorate with them because I don't really like them used. I know y'all all think I'm crazy, but I don't like when they get messed up. So we only like bring them out if we like need to, because I don't want my kids like putting their dirty like donut fingers on it, because once I wash it, I don't use it. So I'm kind of weird like that. Like I just like to make them. And I'm not really a decorator. Like I like everything very like simple.
Mm-hmm. But I really like all of the quilts that she's made. I really like I don't really like the ones. Sometimes she makes a lot of like the brownish like quilts and stuff, like with like the black and the gray. I don't really like that. I like the like colorful ones like this. I really like this quilt. I like these kind of quilts. I don't like the dark quilts with like black and stuff. So, yeah.
Cool. Along those lines, are you starting to design like your mom?
Yes, kind of. I like making patterns because I do a lot of coloring. Because in school we do some coloring stuff during read aloud. So
she drew a block one time that was in Quilt Maker 100 blocks.
yeah.
I asked her to just draw a house, and then Jocelyn and I converted it into a quilt block.
Yeah. So I made one of those one time. And I have like a quilting coloring book that I've looked at a bunch of times. I really like coloring those. I like the patterns and stuff. I also, when I grow up, I either want to be like a dancer or I want to be like an interior designer. I'm following the footsteps of like Magnolia and stuff. I like those places. I like those shows. This is what my mom watches. We usually watch Food Network or like the house, like building shows and stuff.
Cool. Steffi wants to know how many quilts you guys think you have at home.
Probably 200.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like I have a whole like closet that's like full, and then upstairs I have like a whole closet upstairs. My boys really like the quilts, and they use them more than Emma ever did. But they are more like, they like things, they like a lot of stuff. So like they like could just like put 20 stuffed animals in a bed and like
Yes.
10 quilts and like just stuff everywhere and like forts, and so they'll just like grab them all out of everywhere. But she's more like me, where she's like, I want it neat, I want it like orderly. So I think it's just a difference of personality.
One question that we have is, when you visit Fat Quarter Shop, what is your favorite part of the shop?
Oh, I don't know.
So tell them what you do like when you work here.
Okay, so when I work here, I usually pull orders, or I would package. So that's what I do when I'm here. My favorite part, I really like just going out in the warehouse and seeing everything, because like they sell a lot of cute scissors, and like realize that stuff, and I really like looking at everything. It's like I like a lot. I don't necessarily like the blocks as much as I like the pins and all that kind of stuff. It just makes
Like
me
the
so happy.
scissors and the paper and the planners and like the friction pins. Like anytime we get a new friction pin,
She's just like, I want it.
yeah.
I like school supplies, but I don't use it half of the time. But it just like sits in my pencil pouch, and it goes to school with me. Like I have 3 pencil pouches, and I have to take them all to school, or I can't do anything. Cause I can't let go of the sanded ones, but I also can't let go of the friction ones. But I also can't let go of like the permanent markers, but they bleed through, which is not very good. But I mean, still, I really like them. But I don't understand. I can't just take them all, but they just won't fit.
Nash also wants to know if you have ever made a Darth Vader quilt or a Star Wars related quilt.
I have not, but one of my sons really likes Darth Vader.
Yes, very true.
I have some fabric to make a pillowcase. I just haven't like gotten around to it.
Didn't she make a Yoda and a poop one?
Oh, I made a poop pillow because one of my sons is obsessed with poop emoji, and like, yeah, it's like a complete obsession. Everything is poop. This, poop that, poop everything. What was the other thing that I made that you said I made?
The Yoda pillow for Will.
No, I didn't make that one. That one was a gift.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But yeah.
The next question we have is, who is more famous, you or your mom?
Neither.
It's me. Excuse you. Everybody. Okay, we were at Tremaine. Let me tell the story. Don't interrupt. We were at Tremaine, and this little girl comes up to me. She goes, "Can I take a picture with you?" I was like, "Of course you can." It's like,
She was
I'm
so
famous.
cute. It's Kiki. Hi, tiny dancer Kiki. She's so cute.
I know. And I felt like so appreciated. But I think I'm more famous than all because I know more people than she does. But she gets recognized mostly when we go to like stores and stuff, like sewing stores, and they're like, "Oh, Kimberly." I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm here too."
Well, if I ever get recognized, which is not very often, I always look like a hot mess. I will say that. I always like don't have makeup on or look like a mess. So, but it's not very often.
It's been like 5 times in the past like 3 months. That's a lot for me.
Karen wants to know if you guys have ever thought about coming up with your own fabric line together.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe when she's older.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, she's never thought of that. But her books, all the books have her name on it, and she thinks that's pretty cool when she goes in Joann's. She thinks that's pretty
I'm
cool.
like, "Here, look, it's me." I'm famous. I think that half of the reason I'm famous is because of my mom, but
Well, I don't really think you're famous, but okay.
hey,
She wants to be famous. She wants to be a dancer. She wants to like go to New York.
I want to go to LA. I want to take classes at Millennium. I want like to go everywhere. I want
She
to go to
has
New
like
York.
really big dreams. She has way more dreams than I ever had when I was 10. I'll say that.
Well, the thing is, I have a scholarship to go to New York. We haven't gone there yet. she won't.
She has 3 brothers that sometimes she forgets.
No, okay, this is the thing. She goes, we will only go to New York if you get a scholarship too. And then at Intrigue Nationals, I got a scholarship to go to New York. I was like, Mom, we're going to New York. And then she was like, no. I'm like, Mom, she won't. Now I have the dream of a lifetime, and you really need it. It's gonna like end soon. We have to go in the summer.
We'll go sometime.
Raina, you asked, since we were talking about emojis, what's your favorite emoji?
My favorite emoji is probably the cotton candy emoji, like the little cotton candy on a stick. I like cotton candy, so that's probably my favorite one.
Andrea wants to know if we will ever have a store.
No, I wish we could, but oh my gosh, we have 4 kids. No. There's no, you can't really, I really don't think you can do both successfully, online and brick and mortar. I think and I really like everything to be perfect. I want the best possible customer service, and I feel like if we did a store, it would take away from the online, and I feel like, I've got so much going on. There's no way I can add one more thing. Maybe when they go to college.
I'll be the first one to leave. So soon.
Jillian Farrow asked, what's your favorite dance move?
Hi, Jillian. I love you, Jillian.
Hello. She's in my class, by the way.
And she dances with her. They've been dancing together for 4 years.
Yeah.
I love Jillian and Jessica.
My favorite dance move, I have no clue. I really want to do an aerial. I'm almost there. I just can't do it yet, and it gets me like caught up in my head. I'm like, Emma, please do it. I've been working on it for like 2 years now. And every time I'm trying to do it, I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and then I do it. I'm like, I'm never gonna do it. But I just really want to do an aerial. My favorite dance move, I really like doing footy turns. I really like those. Second turn.
And her brother Peyton, the other night, we were at a restaurant with like a lot of people, like a lot of his friends, like friends' kids. And one of my sons starts like doing this dance, and I was like, why are you doing the Pee Wee Herman? And he was like, I'm doing the, what did he say? I'm doing the floss. And he was like doing some crazy, and like right in public in front of everybody. It was so embarrassing.
And I was like, Peyton, go like this. And then he was like,
anyway, it was like really like, then she's up there like doing this thing, and he's up there, and me and Kevin are just like, please sit down. Please sit down.
Kimberly, have you ever danced?
I was in drill team, so yeah, I did drill team for like 3 years. I was like captain or something, but I really don't know. Even like when I'm at these dance things and they're like, they start calling off dance moves, I don't even know what they're talking about. Like I actually don't even. I just go and like I sit with my beats and listen to like Netflix or podcast or HBO or. We'll just watch a documentary, and so like I really don't even know. Like I pretty much just go to like support her, but have no idea what she's doing. Like she's worked with choreographers before, and they're like asking me stuff, and I'm like, I'm just gonna write you a check, and don't know what you're talking about. Like when they like talk about can she do this, I'm like I don't know. And like she'll say stuff, and I'll have no idea what she's talking about. I think it's better that way. I mean, it's her dream. It's not my dream, so.
Raina, you asked, what do you like most about competing?
I necessarily like conventions over competing, but competing, my favorite thing about competing is just going on stage. I like performing. I don't really like the situation where you're competing, like against other people. I feel like that's kind of weird, but, we do it since I'm on a competitive dance team. I just being on stage and like having fun usually, and then if we do win the highest award, it like shows that all of our like hard work has paid off, and I feel like that's really satisfying when you like find out that your hard work does pay off in the very end. So yeah.
Cool. Do you have a favorite dance costume that you've worn?
I really like my solo costume, my one for my contemporary this year. It's a purple velvet romper thing that is like shorts, and then it comes up and it's like a leotard in the top and it like goes around my neck. I really like that this year. So yeah, that's probably my favorite one.
Jillian asked, are you going to streets in Houston? And I think there was one more question about what style will you be doing for the streets improv battle?
Oh!
Oh.
Okay, yes, I am going there this weekend. And I'm probably going to be doing jazz, because I've gotten most far in jazz, and everybody does contemporary. And I have like no chance at contemporary, because like literally everybody does it. And last time I made it to the final round, but at nationals and at the first streets, I went to Baton Rouge, and so I did jazz, and I've gotten further in jazz. I've done contemporary about like 3 times. Never made it to the second round. Done jazz, always made it to like the last round. So I think I'll be doing jazz probably.
Are you coming, Jillian? Is Jillian coming?
I think so. I hope so.
And then Madison K asked, out of all the streets teachers, who was your favorite, or who is your favorite?
Oh, it's easy.
Seth Robinson. He also did make 2 first solo this year. Yes, I really like him.
Don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I think that's all from us. Do you have anything like that you want to say about you or your dancing or just in general?
I don't know. You want to say anything? Your face.
Oh, hang on. What is your favorite quilt to make using a jelly roll for intermediate levels?
I actually don't really make jelly roll quilts very often, so my favorite is the Jelly Roll Jam, but that's really for beginners, but that's my favorite Jelly Roll quilt. And then Doug Lico's got a couple of Jelly Roll designs that I like, but I don't know the names of them in his books, but I like his, like, of any designer, I like Doug's stuff.
Cool. I think we're good
Okay,
if you
so
guys-
we'll wrap this up, and then next week I'll be back with the Q&A for you guys, and then if y'all like this, I might bring one of my boys, but with my boys, I'm not really sure what they'll say, so we'll just have to might not have to go live with that. They're boys after all.
Yes, that's very true.
So thanks for joining us.
Bye-bye.